Speaking of third downs, you guys held South Florida over. I know that's got to make you pretty happy looking back at the last game.
Yeah, I think 0 for 7. Only negative part, I think we need more than 7. So we need to get them third down a little bit more often. But, guys did a good job on third down, just getting off the field. And I think 4 different times we went for it on fourth down there, so had short yardage. But then that's something we take a lot of pride in. Our guys taking a lot of pride in right now. So did a good job with it and hopefully continue to do that this Saturday against Temple.
What do you see from Temple offensively?
Good football team. I mean, a year ago, just kind of looking back at that film, they were able to move the football and run the football on us and do some things there. So we got to be sound in the run game. And they're going to get in 12 personnel, 13 personnel, and bring it downhill at you. Then they'll get 11 personnel spread it out, 0-1 personnel, and go empty on you. So they're going to give you a lot of different looks and a lot of different weapons over there. If they're some bigger tailbacks, it'll get downhill. I think 215 is the 2 guys that rotate in there the most. Those guys weigh around 215. And the third guy's 220, so the guys that can get downhill. And the quarterback, started the game in the SEC at Georgia versus Arkansas, and he's got some good wideouts out wide, 0 and 5. One of the impressive young guys is number 84, the tight end. He's not necessarily your traditional tight end. He's more of a flex out. He'll be in and go in motion, do those type of things. So they got a lot of different weapons, can attack you a lot of different ways, whether it's spreading you out through the air or on the ground game. So we've got our hands full. And they got a lot of motion, shifts, trades, so they can get you, eyes in a lot of different places. And we're talking to our guys about eye discipline. Make sure you got your eyes on your keys. The thing we always say, see a lot, see little, see a lot. So that's kind of what we've been preaching and focusing on this week.
What, if anything, is difficult about teams that actually kind of slow it down on offense instead of speed it up, which you guys are probably a lot more used to? And
yeah.
They actually huddle and those kinds of things. What, if anything, makes that?
Yeah, they're non-traditional. They huddle. 20 years ago we would have said the opposite. But, they're going to huddle. They're going to take their time. I think average about 12 to 15 seconds on the play clock before they snap the football. Now, once they come out of that huddle, they come out of it pretty quick. So, everything you're calling it off of is based off their personnel. And you're not able to see maybe the picture of the look before the ball snaps. So your guys and your players, they got to be able to adjust, check some things on their own. Sometimes, some situations, some weeks, you're able to control that and that menu for them. And now it's kind of back to the full menu where they can get an 11 personnel or 12 personnel in a bunch of different formations. So they got to be on their toes of what looks they're going to get out of those personnel groupings, and makes things a little bit more difficult in that aspect. And the fact, like you said, you don't see it every week like you used to. So that's a little bit different, and our kids have done a pretty good job handling it. South Carolina huddled early in the year, so we have had some experience with it. So there's some familiarity for our kids.
You've got a group of defensive players that are gaining confidence, that seem to know what they're doing out there and able to read and have confidence in what they're doing. What does that do for you guys as you move forward here into this week in particular, defensively?
Yeah, and you should have come November a group of guys that, confidence keeps building. They're getting better and better every week and playing pretty good together as a group. And they enjoy being around each other. Sometimes I just had to get on them a little bit. It's like, hey, guys, I know you enjoy each other. You like each other. You love hanging out with each other. But when we out there, we got to lock in sometimes. It's business. And that's good, though. It's a good problem to have that they enjoy being in the building. They enjoy being at practice. They enjoy being part of the program. So, but the confidence they're playing with and just the physicality and speed of the game they're playing at that level is fun to watch and just gives everybody in the building the confidence behind it.
What your team did pre-snap against Houston, does that give you more confidence going in against a team that runs so many motions and shifts?
Yeah, Houston's a good football team. I about forgot about them. It's been so many weeks ago now. It's all focused on Temple, but play well at times against Houston. You wish the outcome been a little differently, but you watch what they were able to do to SMU, and you look at their schedule. I think they're a top 20 team right now, and they may end up playing for the championship because the way their schedule lays out. Just I don't know if there's anybody on their schedule left that can beat them. So that was a close ball game, but against a very good football team there.
But all the shifts and picking up on audibles that your team did against them, does that make you have more confidence going into a team like Temple that has so many shifts?
Yeah, and we did it throughout the year, and our guys are, older guys now and experienced. Just the amount of games they played this season and the ability to check. They change a call, we change a call. They get their eyes to the sideline, we get our eyes to the sideline, and some things like that. So that's, like you said, Houston did that a few times, and we were able to kind of audible out of some things and get some other looks and change it up for the quarterback, maybe the look he thought he had, and we give him a new look. So anytime you're able to do that and not have a mistake or not have a bust, it gives you a lot of confidence to continue to do that. Now, you always got to be careful about the fake looks, and sometimes you get caught off guard there, but our guys have been able to handle it pretty well.
Coach, the last few weeks, you've really been able to make some key adjustments at halftime and locked it down.
Yeah, so third and fourth quarter, I think last 2 weeks we haven't give up any points. What you're talking about, and I give a little credit to our players about just we're playing a lot of guys. I don't know, 25 plus guys probably defensively, and they're fresh in the third and fourth quarter. Yes, they've made some adjustments. That we've made some adjustments, but it's a lot of just them being fresh and believing in each other and trusting the process and going out there and continue to play and continue to get after it. I think earlier in the year we struggled in the third quarter a little bit back early in the season. They took pride in adjusting to that and coming out of the locker room and really jumping on it. So just a credit to them and a credit to, hey, not being me guys and not care about who gets the credit, worry about who gets the credit, but just worry about when I'm on the field, I'm going to take care of myself, my responsibility, and make it play for my team. So they did a nice job with that.
So it's more freshness than actually twisting some things.
Yeah, I'll give the credit to the players. We'll make some adjustments here and there, but those guys have done a nice job. Our players have, hey, I did get this look early in the game. I mean, take Malik Fleming's pick, for instance. Malik got that same out route early in the ball game. I think first drive of the ball game, and they come back to it there in the second half, and he makes them pay. So just a good job by those individuals adjusting to some looks they get earlier in the game. Maybe didn't play as well as they wanted to play it, and then come back later in the game and play it really well. So good job by him.
We've seen Julius Wood get in there in the last few weeks. How have you seen him grow since he got it from junior college?
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He's like a baby deer running around, but you see him mature and get better and better every week. And a kid that's long, can run, physical, and he's learning our defense and picking up on it better and better and better every week. And played a bunch of snaps last week. So just excited about him, excited about his future and what he brings to the table.
Going back to his high school career, he was a kind of a ball hog guy. Then what's it like having a guy who always just seems to kind of be in the right spot more times than not?
When you play hard, and we call them extra effort plays, and you're running to the football, and you're playing with extreme effort like Tegan does, good things are going to happen. And that's what he's been able to do, whether it's Marshall last week, whenever it may be. He's hustling his tail off, busting his tail, running to the football, punching at it, and just in the right place at the right time. And it's not by luck. It's because he's working his tail off. All right, appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, Coach.